Hello and welcome to my first look at the new 8th edition Adeptus Custodes Codex. Grab yourself a hot beverage and a little snack and join me as we take a look at this new codex. Okay, so it's in this this bubble wrap. Looks well packaged. Yeah, I'm chuffed with that. That's the lovely front cover. In the review, I will be comparing it obviously to the 7th edition, you know, sort of mini codex that they did release last year. Adeptus Custodes aren't new, they've been around in 7th edition, but now they get an 8th edition codex and 4 new model sets, but new units as well. So let's just have a little look at the back. For Terra and the Golden Throne, inside you'll find the 10,000 year history. Really? 10,000 year history of the Adeptus Custodes, showcase of the miniatures, comprehensive range of data sheets, and rules that allow you to take your collection of Adeptus Custodes Citadel miniatures, not Forge World, Citadel miniatures, and transform them into an unstoppable shield host. So there we go. Let's unbox this with this Custodian Guard toothpick. It's quite a small codex, you know, 80 pages, I think it is. One of the smallest ones. I don't know how they can get away with charging sort of £25 for the codex. I think personally it should be 20. £20 for every codex under 100 pages. But that's just my opinion. Oh, lovely, lovely artwork, nice and crisp and clear. It's worth noting that the limited, like, amazing edition went out of stock within about an hour or two. Very, very popular, despite it being £120, I think, 120. And it basically had the collector's edition of the codex, which has the gold trim and the page turner. If the codex was 120 pages or so, probably would have bit and gone for that. But as it's only 80, you know, and Custodes are very, very popular. They've had more releases than any other faction, I want to say. Primaris have had a few, but I think Custodes, the amount of releases they've had, plus the Forge World stuff, very, very popular right now. And if something's popular with Games Workshop, they'll build on it and make more models and all the rest of it. But anyway, I don't want to get on too many tangents. Let's open this up. So lovely artwork inside. This is actually the artwork inside the instruction book for the Alaris Terminator box set. And let's have a look. So, Adeptus Custodes, the Golden Legion. It's just nice to have a full, proper kind of codex with all the lore and things in it for them. They definitely need it. So introduction, there's the colour artwork. Brotherhood of Demigods, Bodyguards of the Emperor, Horus Heresy, Constantine Valdor. It's a nice precursor of the Forge World model that I would place money on and bet that they're going to have first access to at the Horus Heresy weekend next month in February. I definitely would. Guardians of the Golden Throne, Shadows and Alchemy, the Defences of Terra, Rebute Gilliman and the Rise of the Primarch, and how the Custodian Guard are actually now leaving Terra and you know, going out and about again. The deployments, uniforms and heraldry, and the Shadow Keepers, Aquilian Shield, the Dread Host, Solar Watch, Emissaries Imperatus, the Solar Fastness, and the Tale of 10,000. There we go. So you get a nice sort of 4-page timeline kind of thing. Excellent bit of artwork that. Not quite sure that they would be out there right at the front. I would have thought they'd be teleporting in behind lines and stuff, but hey, you know, here they are. I think it's a bit of a waste having them up against just normal orcs, but hey, you know, needs must. Captain General Trajan Valoris. So if you don't know him, this is his like little backstory and things. Gives you a bit of an explanation. Shield captains in general. Custodians, Custodian Wardens, and then Alaris Custodians. So they're the three main types. Vexilis Praetors get their own section. Virtus Praetors, the jet bikes basically. Venerable Contempt Dreadnaughts. I've got a really nice idea for a proper Venerable Contempt Dreadnought, which will be coming in a future video not that far away. Really excited to show you that, but you just have to stay tuned for the channel to find out. Venerable Land Raiders. Again, I'm not a huge fan of them just spraying a normal Land Raider gold. I think if they had the Space Marine HQ tanks, and if they just brought out just the Land Raider and the Rhino actually in a pack with a sprue that had custodian sort of themed things on it, like Aquila's, and I think that would sell. And I'm surprised they didn't do that, but you know, it's another printing press, it's another different box, it's another different form of it's all a lot of extra things that they would have had to done, but again, I'm sure it would have made its cost up. Custodian Guard don't really have anything good against tanks or armour, other than themselves, you know, hitting stuff, but still it'd be nice to do that. The Splendor of Holy Terror, so you get some nice pictures of the heavy metal team. Really like their colour, I say colour scheme, I really like their paintwork on these. I really admire how they've got the gold slightly different in their shields, and the red, and then, you know, I see a lot of Custodian Guard that people have painted that have just sprayed gold with a different sword and maybe a black for the weapon and the red for the plumage, but they haven't done the metal for the face, and they haven't done the leather or the black for the pipes. You know, it's nice to see so much time taken on them. And here we go, here's some new ones. I like that colour scheme, the white and the gold. That's very nice, isn't it? Yeah, very sort of elite looking, I like that. And the black as well. As a hobbyist, this really gets me excited. I mean, I'd love to have a squad of white and a squad of black, and you know, and then most of them as gold, and then they share that aesthetic with the gold coming through them. That'd be awesome. There's no reason for you not to have a squad of Custodian Guard that are black, you know, and use them as like a separate sort of detachment for your Imperial force. Here we go, here's some orcs there. No new orc models hidden amongst there, even though I'm pretty sure they're making them right now, ready for sort of May, June time. They're the jet bikes, the Virtus Praetors. I want to say Vertigus or Vertigo, but it's Virtus. And there's some more Alaris, and then there's the Terrible Dreadnaughts. I bet they wish they sort of put a bit more effort into the plastic Contempt Dreadnought kit, and it's a shame because they should have done, because the resin Contempt Dreadnaughts that's been out over 5 years now, it's absolutely beautiful model. Even the Venerable one as well. Beautiful models, lots of posability, and to cheap out and just design this one sprue wonder, it's not even a wonder, is it? Just this one sprue Contemptor that you just close and make, and it's such a shame after seeing what they're capable of with the Redemptor Dreadnought that is £40, it's £5 more, but it gives you so much more for your money. That kit is amazing, but this kit, yeah, I think if they put the time and effort into making this Contemptor better, then they could have just added a Custodian Guard sprue to it, then utilised it for Grey Knights and have a Grey Knights Contempt Dreadnought, you know, all kinds of things, but they didn't. And I think one of the reasons is they didn't want to hold too much back from the resin one, but either way, I think it's a shame, to be honest. There you go, here's your standard force. That will cost you about £500. No, it won't. Great thing about Custodian Guard is the low model count. You can spray them gold, like I said. Obviously the downside of that is their high points cost in game, and that means that if you're taking a casualty or two, that's really going to diminish their effectiveness on the battlefield. The Army of Terror. And here we go, so we're into the data sheets, guys. Let's have a good feast of this. And unfortunately, they haven't put a picture of Trajan Valaris, and that would have made more sense than the shield captain, but you know, I want to give them the benefit of the doubt because they're releasing so many codexes, but yeah, I just wouldn't design it this way. I would have had, yeah, I would have had it like that. I would have had that there, but with Trajan Valaris. Anyway, there he is, 10 power points. He's got 7 wounds for some reason. He's got a Auramite Halo, which gives him a 3+ invulnerable instead of your normal 4+. I will go through these in the review, and I'll try and get the review out as soon as possible. I understand I've still got to do the review of the Chaos Demons Codex as well as the other ones. But as I said before, I'm not as motivated to do those because other YouTubers are getting their codexes sent for free a week, 2 weeks early. So it just doesn't make sense for me to do reviews as early as possible because people are doing them much earlier and they've had more time with the book. I don't think I could do a decent enough job with the time I'm given, put it that way. Anyway, there's the Shield Captain. Shield Captain in Alaris Terminator armour, and then a Shield Captain on Dawn Eagle jet bike. So they call it a Dawn Eagle jet bike. So that's what the model of it is. So I will be doing a review of Trajan Valoris, the Shield Captain, the one in Terminator armour, and the one on the jet bike. Custodian Guard, I'm going to do a review of them anyway. I've got some of them painted, so I'll do a review on those. Custodian Wardens, of course, I'll do a review on those, and the Vixilus Praetor. The Alaris Custodians, definitely do a review on those. Contains 3 of them. The Venerable Contempt Dreadnought, like I said at the start, I've got a great idea for a Venerable Contempt Dreadnought, a better looking one, so I'll definitely be doing a review of that one. Virtus Praetors, so you get 3 of those, and a Venerable Land Raider. So no Rhino. Rhino has been taken out. I think the Rhino was more for sort of Sisters of Silence rather than Custodian Guard, but obviously there have been quite a few of them around sprayed in gold, so bear that in mind. So yeah, there's your Venerable Land Raider. Pretty much it's ignoring the damage on a 6. That's the main sort of thing that you're getting with this one. And then the Armoury, great picture there. Auric Mortalis, so here are the abilities, the stratagems, the lots of stratagems there. Relics of Terror, white and black there. Warlord traits, point values. Trajan is 250 points for just him, and tactical objectives. So it's 80 page on the nose, quite a thin codex. Again, yeah, very thin. Not that many data sheets, if we're honest, compared to other factions. You've got 4 HQ choices, 1 troop choice. Would have been nice for them to split them between the spears and the swords like they do in the Horus Heresy and give them different abilities each. You've got a whopping 5 elite choices, which is crazy. 1 fast attack and 1 heavy support. Yeah, it would have been nice to have another troop choice, would have been nice to have another heavy support choice. This is mainly HQ and elites, this book. So yeah, quite a thin codex, as I said, but what I'll be doing is I'll be going through it and using it with all the new models and doing reviews of those and talking about the rules. So I'll try and get the review out to you as soon as possible. But thank you for your patience. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.